along the way. So I want to show you guys the main tools that we use at AGM. Ernesto, is there anything else you would like to add to this question? Do you offer any bonuses for your employees for hitting targets? What's your main strategy for keeping them motivated?
Well, I would say that we handle our organization different than 99% of the organizations out there. In our case, Manuel is very connected with every single staff member. And if he's not directly connected, he's connected to me and the top executives. So he finds out exactly what is happening with every staff member performances, who's late, who's working extra time, who's going above and beyond. So in our case, Manuel is the one that decides randomly, let's give a bonus to this person, let's give a raise to this person. And so far, I have agreed with every single decision he's made. He's very fair. He likes to give a little bit more than what he receives. So in our case, that's what we do. We don't have like a set bonus system aside from like the sales team, of course. So we might implement something in the future, but for now, that's how we work.
Yeah, so the sales team, which is a whole different area, they do get paid based on what they bring in. So if they have, they're selling new services, they're selling programs, then they're going to get rewarded for that. So that's specifically very tangible. But the other departments, I can tell you, Ty, that something that we have rolled out recently is that we have an ad manager bonus game. So for people that are managing accounts, this is more for like agencies, right? What we do is that we reward them based on customer retention. So that if they're able to keep accounts active for 6 months or more, they get a big bonus every 6 months. And that's something that we have in place just to keep them motivated on getting the accounts to stay happy and moving forward, even if they have to work extra time on the weekends. But that's like something that is specifically structured for agencies, but you can actually create your own version based on numbers that you put yourself as a goal to hit, then you can give it to them as a target. And if they hit them, you can have a consistent bonus system to keep them going. So Ty says, what software or method do you use to document your systems and process for training your team? What software or method do you use to document your systems and process for training your team? And how do you store it to make it accessible for your team? What project management software do you use? Wow, we use a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we use a bunch of stuff. One method that really works, we downloaded a Google Chrome extension called Loom, Loom. And this is so you can record videos and record your screen. And we hire a lot of people every month. So we have to be consistently training people. I do the onboarding process, so I gotta do a bunch of the training. So whenever there's something new that I need to train someone, I do screen sharing through Zoom while I'm recording my screen and doing it. That way it's documented. Anybody can refer back to it. And then I personally keep a spreadsheet with the name of the task, a little description of the task, and the Loom video. So if we hire somebody, they need to help us, let's say how to create an invoice. Hey, look at this Loom video. Once you watch the video, you'll know 90% of the task, and then we can jump on a call and I'll answer any questions for you. But that will save you 90% of the training process.
Okay, so even if you haven't hired anybody yet, what you need to start doing right away, right now, which is something that Ernesto and we go way back. You guys know my story of the beds business, 𝗙𝗢𝗥𝗡 collection. It was this guy with me, and we built it together in 2013, right? So it's 7 years that we've been working together on this already. Like we worked many years before that together. So I think we go way back to 2011. Yeah, 11. Working together. So almost 10 years. So the 𝗙𝗢𝗥𝗡 business, when we were getting to a point in which we had already too much on our plates, then what I started doing before I hired somebody is that I started recording every single action that I did. So at that point, we didn't have Loom. We had other things. I think I used Camtasia. I don't know what it is, but I recorded my screen and I documented the things that I did. Select Central on Amazon, Facebook advertising, business manager, creation of ads, whatever it is you want to document and record it and talk so you can actually start saving training that you can properly name along the way. So I want to show you guys the main tools that we use at AGM, all right? And I'll tell you what we use them for, each one, all right? This is important. This is not the best thing to clean this thing, but it will work. File storage. We do not use 𝗙𝗓𝗓. If we want to, we have a massive file storage system, and that's called 𝗙𝗓𝗓. Okay. In this particular system, we can store all kinds of videos, content, information, documentations. What else do you store on 𝗙𝗓𝗓?
Well, we have a file for each of our customers. So we have our customers upload all their content there.
Right. So that way, the good thing about 𝗙𝗓𝗓 and why not Dropbox, I used Dropbox before. 𝗙𝗓𝗓 is more like a corporate platform that I feel like I can grow with. We have tons and tons of terabytes in it. So that's file storage. For chatting with our team and management of communication with our team, I told you guys, we use WorkChat. And if you go to workchat.com, you'll be able to sign up and test it out, and you can use it for free. Again, we use it for free for years, right? There's the basic plan is free. You can add unlimited users, and just get familiar with the whole platform. Free, just like Facebook, right? If you want to get more advanced things like the ones that I'm testing, like surveys, you can do a trial and test out things. Yeah, it's called Workplace, Workplace. Well, no. Well, you can go to workchat.com too, or workplace.com. Let me see.
Workplace chat. It is Workplace.
Okay, good. It's workplace.com, guys.
It used to be Workplace/chat. Now it's just Workplace.
Right. Okay. So let me explain why it's Workplace. Because Workplace is exactly the same thing that Facebook is for businesses. WorkChat is exactly what Messenger is for businesses. All right. That's what we got. So that's the difference. Now, Workplace, we use it about 1%. WorkChat, we use it about 99%. This is the platform that we underutilize. We don't use it enough, right? We're too busy with the chat. But the chat is a very big part of our business, all right, for engaging with our staff, all right? Obviously, we use Zoom. We have a room. Each of us, we have our meeting rooms. We have a lot of meetings with clients, with ourselves, with the staff. We're super active with Zoom for video recording and meetings, and we're always recording these meetings. We have, for project management, Trello, right? Now, honestly, Ernesto, what is it between Trello and Basecamp, and why do we use both of them? Can you explain?
Yes. Basecamp, I use it to create onboarding checklist. Every time we take on a Facebook client, an Amazon client, onboarding a new staff, onboarding a new client, and I just copy and paste it, and then I just go through the checklist, and I can also assign certain tasks of the checklist to some of my juniors, and I can see when they do it.
You can't really do that on Trello because Trello is like a board, and you move through the steps. I guess you could, but we just have gotten used to using that system for both of them. And there's certain value on Trello that we don't get on Basecamp. And there's certain value on Basecamp that we don't get on Trello. And that's why we are actually using both platforms for that. Whatever checklist that Ernesto is using, I believe some of them, you guys are getting those templates that they should be posted on the replay. So you guys can see the checklist that we use for onboarding our staff at AGM and just create your own process for it. Okay, so we have 𝗙𝗓𝗓 for file storage, Workplace for communication, and Zoom for video communication and meetings. We got Trello for project management specifically, right? So we can move it forward. And Basecamp is onboarding, and what else?
Onboarding, and
you also do project management on it, right?
A little bit of project management. Now, just to link it up to the previous question on training staff, when I create a checklist, let's say a checklist of bringing in a new staff, it has 15 steps. I create a Loom video for each of the steps. So then anybody in the company, I can ask them, go in there, look at the Loom video, do the task, and mark it off.
So checklist for onboarding, on a Loom video for each one. So it's very simple instructions on how to get these people on board.
For example, Jorge, our chief marketing officer, has a checklist when we need to evaluate and analyze a website. There's a bunch of steps.
There you go. Okay, good. Are we missing a
Time Doctor?
Oh, Time Doctor. We talked about that a little bit. All right. Tell them, because I know you're the one that's very familiar with Time Doctor. Tell them why it's so important and how it's such a big part of the organization.
Well, the number one importance in Time Doctor that we use is so we know when somebody checks in, they click play and it starts recording their time. So they check in, clock out, and at the end of the week, you can tell how many hours they work and you know how much to pay them because we pay our staff by hour. They also choose what project they're working on. For us, each project means each client. So then at the end of the week, you add all of the staff member and all of the projects, and you can find out how much time we spend in each client. So track the time, track how much time the company is spending in each client. And also it takes screenshots. You can set it up every minute, every 30 seconds, every 5 minutes. So it takes a screenshot of their, the staff members, so you can make sure that they're actually working.
Yeah. So this is where we can get a lot of value from the platform. Sometimes as you grow, it becomes a little bit difficult to control what your staff are doing. And sometimes they might get carried away. For example, I had a real situation in which one of my guys that is in charge of managing staff under them was able to go into Time Doctor, and he was able to see, I posted the link for you guys there at 𝗙𝗢𝗥𝗡.com. I wish it was an affiliate, but we're not an affiliate for Time Doctor, right? We're not an affiliate. They actually were looking into Time Doctor, and they caught this guy who was logged in, clocked in. They were watching pornographic films and videos while charging us, billing AGM for their production. So when you see that for me is an instant dismissal. If they didn't have Time Doctor, then I don't really know. Trust me, it happened before. When I was working on the Cozy House days and the bed sheets days, we really had no system for monitoring production and activity. And without it, I had staff that used to work. Sometimes they would take off and go on vacation for a week. And since we were already like 10 or 12 staff, I couldn't know. And they were logged in and they were getting paid and I couldn't manage it. Time Doctor allows you to be like, I wonder why Rain, she's not in communication with me. She hasn't talked to me in days. What's going on? 𝗙𝗢𝗥𝗡.com. Search for Rain. I see there's no activity and she's logged in. Rain, what's going on? You haven't worked and you're saying you're working. Trust me, it's happened a few times. And I use it to get my staff back on the road. Like, you need to get back on the road because right now we have big projects. And not only that, you're billing us and you're not supposed to be billing us because you're not working. That's one of the main things that we do with it. And another valuable thing that I'll let Ernesto explain in a second is that we have a lot of different projects and some of them are more valuable than other ones. And because of that, I need to know how much each project is actually worth and how much is it costing me. I need to know the exact cost to deliver a particular project, a website, a campaign, a messenger funnel. How much is it costing me to deliver that? Time Doctor can help us get that data. You want to tell them how?
So you can download a report on Time Doctor and it brings it into a spreadsheet. It gives you the name of the staff, all the projects that he's working on for the week or for the month, and then how much time he spent in each of them. So let's say we have Joe that worked 40 hours a week, and he worked 10 hours in client A, 10 hours in client B, C, and D. And then you multiply that by the hourly rate. You need to do this manually, okay? You multiply by the hourly rate, and now you're able to find out exactly how much it's costing you for that staff, for that project. Now, if you have the list of your staff, at the bottom, you can see for that client, what was the total amount of money spent for the week.